Welcome, Leo. This is your weekly Taroscope reading for January the 18th through to the 24th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you for all the support that you give me each and every day, truly. Thank you so much through your likes, through subscribing, through just showing up each and every day. Thank you so much. Now let's get to the energy of you. Let's get to the week. Now, we don't start with the most promising first card, okay? I'll give it to you right from the get-go. Three of Swords. Now, um, many tarot card readers, and especially, I start the video after, tempted to reshuffle because this isn't the positive note that I like to talk about, but rather one that can bring in frustration, that can bring in sorrow, that can bring in turmoil. Okay, now in saying that, don't look away from it. Don't, if whatever shows up in your life that makes you feel deflated or saddened, or if there's some kind of chaos that arises in your life this week, look at it, examine it, ask, why do I feel this way about this situation, about this person? Okay, because it's there to teach you. Okay, also this could lean on decisions that you make this week aren't the best, so really be the diplomat when you are spending money, when you are putting yourself in situations, when you are starting a conversation. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. Now this could mean that you are looking at the whole world, or your world, as shiny and bright and beautiful, and you go out and the simplistic one is you spend all kinds of money on things that you don't necessarily need for yourself, and you will come to regret any big financial spending this week. I could almost guarantee it with these two cards together. Okay, but it's also to prioritize in your life. Okay, by scattering yourself, your resources, your time, your energy in too many places, in trying to be everything to everybody. Okay, it doesn't serve you at all this week. Doesn't serve you at all this week. So you really need to look at where you are spending your time, where you are spending your energy. What is catching your eye? Why is it catching your eye? Is it for the good of you and your dreams going forward, or is it a detriment? Is it something that'll pull you down? And, this is where, our egos can be bruised so easily this week. Something somebody says, an opinion they may have, and they just share it, and it just stabs you. It hurts. It hurts to the core. But it's there to show you something. So if it hurts you so much, then ask yourself why it hurts you. Is it because you care too much? Is it because it was a close held dream or a desire of yours and somebody just bashed it on you? And it's closely connected to the Six of Pentacles. So it's the give and take that needs to be looked at. Okay, if you are just taking and not giving of yourself, you're going to find heartbreak. You're going to find sorrow this week. It has to be a two-way street. And it goes if you are only giving and they're not giving back. That depletes your energy. It has to be a two-way street. So look at your relationships. Look at your situations that you're in. Do you give to it as it gives to you? Is there a balance? Does it bring you happiness? Does it bring you joy? Does it deflate you? Remember, we are coming from a new moon where we planted all of our seeds and our hopes and our dreams and our desires. And now we're coming to a full moon. And the full moon kind of brings in this energy of what are we needing to change in our life? Where do we need to plan more? Where do we need to change our direction? Where do we need to change our way of thinking, our thought processes? So Queen of Wands is here underneath you for the entire week, giving you the support, allowing you to be the diplomat you need to be in your life, to think things through. Okay, she's the quiet one of the deck. She's the one that takes in all the information. She doesn't, she can basically detach herself from the situation. So the decisions she makes doesn't have that emotional tie. And so you need to do that this week in your life. Where things come up, or maybe you are in a current situation or something has just passed and you need to think it through. You need to ask questions. You need to investigate. You need to research. And you need to understand truly what it means in your decision going forward, whether it's a yes, a no. Maybe you think it needs more time to play its way out. But definitely be the diplomat. Definitely think through anything, especially when it comes to purchases this week. Okay, it might be the Band-Aid, right? You go out and you buy something for yourself to make you feel better because something happened or a situation happened or somebody said something, and so this is going to be your way of making you feel good, and it's not going to make you feel good at the end of the day. You're probably going to regret spending the money on it. But if we use her energy and we think it through and we ask the questions, the hard questions sometimes to ourselves, and give ourselves honest answers, well, that's when our dreams, our desires, I mean, here we are, right? Nine of Cups. This is our dreams, our wish. This is the wish card. Our hopes and our dreams become clearer to us. We understand who we need to surround us in our life. We understand the situations we do want to put ourselves into. We do understand what we want to create, who we want to become. But we need to be so much of the diplomat this week in order to really step into the understanding of our wishes and our dreams and our desires. We have the Five of Swords, and we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Nine of Wands, kind of sitting kitty corner to them all. So, this is our anxieties, our worries, our fears. Now, I want you to take a good look at each one of those wands, because each one of those wands represents a hurt, a fear, an anxiety, and it all has growth on them. Each one of them has new growth. So even in the worst of situations, the other side of it, when you come out through the energy of anxiety or fear or worry or concern or chaos even, it grows you into a strength. Now, let's talk about these two cards a little bit, okay? Because the Five of Swords, be the diplomat this week, okay? You don't want to use your words as a knife. You don't want to cut. You don't want to maim. You don't want to hurt. You don't want to destroy this week. You want to walk away in harmony. And the Seven of Swords, I think this is more of taking things too personally. Allowing, almost like the shield, okay? You hold the shield up to deflect those words, those situations that are going to hurt you a little bit. You strengthen yourself. You might step away from it and rethink it before you act upon it. Spontaneously acting in any way this week is going to do you harm. That you have to think it through. Okay, here we are grabbing the swords that we need to go forward with on our path, and we are leaving other ones behind. It's deliberate. And so we need to be very deliberate in our approach this week to our life. Will it bring me goodness? Will it bring me happiness? Will it bring me joy? Will it take me further into my dreams, my goals, my vision of tomorrow, who I'm becoming, what I'm trying to develop in the world? Or will it pull me down? Will it set me back? And if you do that, I mean, we've got the wish card. It opens up the doors. It opens up the dream. So I think the energy might be a little hard on you this week. I'll be honest. I don't want to sugarcoat here. But I do know that by you facing it, by not running away from it, by examining it, by strategizing through it, by understanding the why behind your actions or your words, will allow you to see how you can step forward. And then we go out of this week into next week with the Page of Wands. So this is beautiful because anything that you run into this week that brings in chaos or sadness or conflict, this is the Page of Wands. This is thinking outside the box. This is new ideas, expanding your dreams, expanding your wants, your desires. So please don't turn away or hide or hope it goes away if you just ignore it kind of attitude this week. You want to meet it face on. You want to take time out of your life to actually sit in quiet. So turn off, and I think I've said this for every sign this week, so it's got to be very strong energy around us. Turn off the TV. Turn off the computer. Turn off the phone. Close the door and spend time with yourself and your thoughts. Understand why you have the reaction to certain things, why you are pushing yourself in certain areas or taking certain things to heart that really shouldn't have bothered you. And most weeks, I don't think it would bother you, but this week, it's going to hurt more than usual, or it's going to bother you. You're going to be more sensitive. You're going to be more sensitive, and your emotions are going to be probably a little rawer this week than usual. But at the end of it, as you come through this week, you see the new ways of approaching life. You see the new ways that you can develop your talents, your dreams, your vision of tomorrow. And so you walk forward in beauty. And you know what? With the Four of Pentacles right beside it, you might understand for the first time ever how to use a gift that you've been naturally born with, or a talent, and using it to further your path forward in a way that you never imagined before. Now, part of this card is that you let go of something that you have been hanging on to in the past. So something might come up this week that really shines the light on something that you need to let go of, something that you need to move beyond in order for you to really grasp, embrace that talent, that vision of tomorrow, and to go forward. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.